Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fleming Film Talk with me, Robbie Fleming, and guess who's back again? It's Justin Doyle. Hello, Justin.
Guess who's back? Hey, Rob, what's up?
Not much. I picked a really good topic today, and I was meant to be on a podcast last week, but I couldn't do it because obviously I caught ill, and we're meant to be talking about a certain vampire movie. So I thought we would today do our top 5 favorite vampire movies.
Whoa. Okay. Should be fun.
Yes, should be fun. And it's your turn to do the warm up game today.
All right. Well, it is the spooky season, and I think that it would be fun to play a game called Trick or Treat. This is candies in movies. So I'll ask you a question about a movie or a candy that takes place in a movie, and you give me the answer.
Okay,
Are you ready?
ready.
All right. Question number one. Mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. Is from which movie?
Forrest Gump.
That's correct. In this movie, M&M's turned down the opportunity to be the candy that is eaten. Famously.
Is it Scream?
It is not. Good guess, though. The answer is E.T., the extraterrestrial.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that.
Question number three. In Caddyshack, this candy is mistaken for duty.
Okay, I still need to watch Candy Shack, so I'm guessing it's chocolate.
It's some sort of chocolate, yeah. So do you know how well do you know chocolate bars? And you know, like American chocolate bars, not
I only really know Hershey. I'm assuming that you don't really know Cadbury's very well in America. No disrespect if you do.
no. But what about so M&M's is a super popular candy, you
Yeah,
know. So like what about a candy
M&M's.
bar? Super.
Yeah, M&M's. The Nestle like related stuff is all over the UK.
All right, so
That's more the imported stuff.
something that looks like a yeah, something that looks like a poop, a log.
Is it a Twix?
No, I don't know if Twix is a candy back then, but you know, other popular ones like Snickers, right?
Yes, I
Milky
like.
Way.
Yeah, Milky Way. We have that in the
Yeah.
UK as well.
All right. Yeah. So in this one, it's Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth. I need to try one of those.
Chocolate and peanuts. Pretty
Oh, a
good.
bit like Reese's.
A bit like what?
Reese's.
Well, Reese's Cups.
Yeah, like with like the
It's
chocolate.
well, it's not peanut. It's not peanut butter. It's peanuts. Just peanuts.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it looks like a chunky duty.
Right.
All right. Question number four. I think you're gonna get this. B Rabbit is an underground rapper. In real life, he is played by.
M&M.
Yeah. Which is a candy. All right. Question number five. You get the golden ticket to tour the factory in this, or in what chocolate bar?
Wonka.
That's correct. Question number six. Tony Todd became a menacing phantom. Don't say his name 5 times.
The Candyman.
That's correct. Friends fight over question number 7. Friends fight over this chocolate bar in This Is the End.
They fight over a table around, don't they?
No. But that's funny.
I've seen This Is the End. I've not seen it in a
Of
while.
course.
But I remember they all have like a big stack of supplies on the table and you all start arguing over who gets the supplies.
Yeah, and there's one chocolate bar that stands in the way. You
Is
could say it's out of this world.
it an arrow?
Not arrow. What if I said it was a star alignment?
Oh, the Milky Way.
That's correct. Okay. Question number 8. This actor stars in Uncle Buck, Spaceballs, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
The legendary John Candy.
That's right. Candy in movies. Question number 9. It's a quote. Ruth, 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 baby, Ruth. It's from what movie?
That's from the Goonies.
That's correct. And last but not least, question number 10. Earlier, we talked about M&M's turning down the opportunity to be an ET. This became the candy that Elliot uses to get ET to be close to him, to be his friend.
Reese's, one of my favorites.
Reese's Pieces. That is correct. All
Sweet.
right. Well done.
Thank you.
Was it a fun game?
Yes, it was different than it was a lot different and it helped. So, just obviously, if I do, I'll name this in 10 seconds all the time. It'd be quite boring. So you changed it up a notch. So, thank you for that.
Yeah, I figured we should do theme stuff because it's 'tis the season.
Yes, definitely. Can I please go first?
Yes, let's talk and count down our 5 favorite vampire movies with your number 5 coming in first.
My number 5 is a South Korean movie directed by one of my favorite directors in South Korea, Mr. Park Chan-woo. You could also call this movie a love story, and you could also call this movie an erotic thriller. It's based on a French novel, and it's the 2009 horror film First.
Thirst.
Yep.
Okay, tell us about this.
This one stars Song Kang-ho, the dad from Parasite, one of the best actors in South Korea. He plays a Catholic priest who turns into a vampire as a result of a failed medical experiment and falls in love with the wife of his childhood friend.
Is this the movie that you were going to talk about on the podcast last week?
No, that's coming up in a bit.
Tell me when. Okay. Well, what's good about this movie?
Like other Park Chan-woo movies, this is more technical driven one, and his directing is really superb. How he captures some really good shots and really crafts a really good screenplay. It's not as good as Old Boy.
Is it scary?
It is. It's the only horror film he's properly done.
Okay. So, the main actor is a priest?
Yes.
And he's stricken with vampirism?
Yes.
Well, that's heaven and hell right there.
Yes. That's Heaven and Hell.
Crazy.
And it does have a good score as well.
Okay. Well, I'm interested. But it's in Korean.
Yeah. I know you didn't. I know Decision to Leave wasn't your thing, but I think Park Chan Wook's other movies might interest you. You'll definitely love the original Old Boy.
Still need to see it.
Oh, you'll love it.
Have you been watching scary movies
Yes, I finally
recently
caught up
for
with.
the
I'm nearly caught up with Scream. I watched Scream 4 and 5.
pretty good?
Oh, they're both good movies.
Yeah, and 6 is great.
Can't wait to see
Um, and do you guys celebrate Halloween there?
Oh, we sure
Go trick
do.
or treating and stuff?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Nice. Are you gonna dress up?
I haven't dressed up in a while.
Yeah, it's fun as long as you have a place to show it off.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Thirst. That is your number 5. It is a 7.1 on IMDb. A $5 million budget. Worldwide gross is 13 million. Pretty good. Over on Rotten Tomatoes, 81% with a 75% audience score. It
Nice.
packs plenty of bloody thrills to satisfy fans of both vampire and director Chan-wook Park. There you
Good.
go. All right. My number 5 has legend in their own right in it. This person didn't do many films, but when they did, they killed it. Mostly known for being a singer and for dying at a very, very young age. Aaliyah starred in it's a campy, interesting vampire movie, Queen of the Damned from 2002.
Nice. Tell us about it. So I've always wanted to watch it.
It's a sort of a loose sequel to Interview with the Vampire. The vampire Lestat becomes a rock star whose music wakes up the equally beautiful and monstrous queen of all vampires. I would say the production design and the effects in this movie, the costuming is really what lends this to be somewhat watchable. I wouldn't say that it's got a good script or anything, but it's fun. I mean, it's like Van Helsing. You know what you're getting when you go into it.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. It's more on the darker end than Van Helsing, but Stuart Townsend's also in this movie. Lena Olin, and that is about it as far as
There's another
people.
actor in it, Paul McGann, who I like. He was an
Paul
Alien 3.
McGann, yes, and then Bruce Spence, Christian Mannon, Claudia Black, Matthew Newton. Some names I don't
I
know, but
only know Bruce Spence because he was one of the voices in Finding Nemo.
oh,
One of the sharks.
but yeah, Aaliyah died shortly after principal photography was completed, but had not performed any of her sort of ADR yet, so they had to use similar voices and kind of bend her voice. But yeah, it's an interesting movie.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Pretty dark,
Yeah,
but
sounds really good.
yeah. Again, I just like that it's campy and there's more on screen that's beautiful to look at than the actual acting and the writing. So, because again, Aaliyah's no actress, but she did what she needed to do,
Yeah.
and we all miss her. All right. So on IMDb is a 5.2, very low. $35 million budget, worldwide gross 45.4. Did not do well. And Rotten Tomatoes gives it a fat 17% with a 66% audience score.
Nice.
It's worth it to see, Leah. Go check it out. Queen of the Damned.
Nice.
All right. Your number 4.
All right, my number 4. My number 4 is an adaptation of one of the most famous stories about a vampire, Dracula. And there have been many adaptations of this novel and this character. And I think the best one is the version from 1992, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. This is Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Have not seen.
I'm surprised. Gary Oldman,
Yeah. That's not.
Anthony Hopkins,
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
I don't know any of those people.
What do you don't know any of those people?
I kid. Yeah. Francis Ford Coppola directing a horror Dracula film.
Yes, and he does it really well. The story is...
And you love it.
Yes, the story is the story of Dracula, but how he makes the movie just really makes it stand out. He's nailed the time period, he's nailed the lore and the mythology, and the performances are even fantastic. Yes, even Keanu Reeves, who I think did a good job with his English accent.
It's Count Dracula comes to England to seduce his barrister Jonathan Harker's fiancée, Mina Murray, and inflict havoc on the foreign land.
Yes.
Won 3 Oscars. Is makeup one of them?
Makeup, costume, and sound editing. And a nomination.
Also nominated art direction. Yeah. I know this one has always been big for its makeup and costume. And
it lost.
Even has a little bit of a re-release. Production design?
Yeah, production design.
Howard's End. What's in there?
It's a movie.
No, what's in there? Like what kind of production's going on there?
Oh, Howard's End was the winner, along with Bram Stoker's Dracula, Chaplin, Toys, and Unforgiven.
Carrie Elwes is always also in this movie. Richard Grant, Monica Bellucci, Tom Waits.
Yep. And Sadie Frost. Sadie Frost got quite big because she married Jude Law.
Okay. Let's see how well it did the box. That was pretty darn well. $40 million worldwide gross, 215.8. Yeesh. Now that's a hit. Looks pretty good. I'm seeing the trailer kind of play here on the IMDb. 7.4. However, over on Rotten Tomatoes, 78% with the 79% audience score. Pretty good. Less campy than what we normally see when it comes to Dracula movies.
Yes.
All right. Let's see if you've seen this movie that comes in at number 4 for me. Not good. Not good. But it is fun. Also stars one of my all-time favorite actors, Mr. Jim Carrey. This is a movie about a vampire countess who needs to drink the blood of a virgin in order to keep her eternal beauty. It seems that all is hopeless until she bumps into Jim Carrey, Mark Kendall, and this is Once Bitten from 1985.
I need to see this movie.
Do you? I don't think so.
What are you talking? If
It
Jim Carrey is normally good.
Yeah, well, yeah, and he makes the movie.
Yeah.
Uh, Plus, there's some '80s sexiness going on in here with Lauren Hutton and Karen Coppins. But it's it takes place high schoolish, and it's pretty bad, but it's fun. And when you're when you're in high school, it's going through high school stuff, and then a vampire comes into your life. That's make your life a little more interesting. But I think that it's got a good premise overall. She has to stay young, so she has to get that virgin blood. I believe this is his first movie or close to it, Jim's.
Right.
And yeah, it's scary, but you're gonna have a couple laughs, and yeah, Jim is fun as always. I don't talk a lot about Once Bitten, but
Yeah, that's the same
yeah.
cinematographer from Terminator 2,
Oh yes,
Adam Greenberg.
yeah. It's only an hour and a half. Goes down pretty smooth. You can watch it on some of
Oh,
the streaming
Stephen
services.
Little from Blazing Saddles, he's in this movie.
Yeah, Cleavon Little. Any other names?
Megan
Not
Mullally.
really.
Megan Mullally, the one from Will and Grace.
Yeah, yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, not a lot of names. Let's see what this director. He's mostly a TV guy.
Howard Storm.
Director, yeah, mostly TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taxi, Laverne and Shirley, Full House, Alf. No other movies though. Okay, well there you have it. Once Bitten, Jim Carrey, worth it just for the man.
Right.
Sitting at 5.5 on IMDb. $3.2 million budget, worldwide gross 10 million. 10% on Rotten Tomatoes with the 39% audience score. Even worse than Queen of the Damned. All right. What's your number three?
My number three is also in the same vein as that Bram Stoker's Dracula, but is also in the same vein as Queen of the Damned. It's Interview with the Vampire.
Yes, so it seems like a lot of your movies are going to be well made, and a lot of mine are not.
Have you
These
seen
movies
this
are,
one?
I haven't seen Bram Stoker.
Have
Yeah,
you
I've seen
seen
this one.
Interview with the Vampire?
Yeah, I've seen Interview with the Vampire.
Brilliant, because
It's all right.
I love Brad Pitt's cool vampire.
Yeah. This movie was so popular, it stemmed a series.
Yes.
But huge cast. Huge. Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Kirsten Dunst, Antonio Banderas, Christian Slater, Tandy Newton,
Stephen Rea. Yeah,
Tom Cruise.
Those all the ones I can think of.
This is Vampire sits down and tells his life story about love, betrayal, loneliness, and hunger.
Yes, Brad Pitt is having
It's an interesting concept.
Yes, Brad Pitt has a nice sort of chat with Christian Slater, telling the story of him, his life. And Kristen Dunst gives one of her best performances as the young Claudia.
Yeah, agreed. She later got nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Yes, that's her best performance, that
Oh,
dog.
yeah. Nominated for score and set direction, art direction,
Yeah,
but lost out.
yes. And yeah, Dunst was nominated for a Golden Globe.
Oh, for her performance there, huh?
Yeah.
Brad Pitt had 2 movies going on this year. Legends of the Fall as well.
That's also a good movie.
Yeah, that's really good. Uh, trying to see. Oh, Lion King beat out Interview with the Vampire, Shawshank, Little Women, and Forrest Gump for score. And
Art direction.
where is it?
I'll find out the Golden Globe one. Where you do that.
Okay. Y'all looking up art direction. Oh,
And
here we go. The
first.
Madness of King George beat out
Never seen
Legends
that.
of the Fall, Forrest Gump, Bullets Over Broadway, and Interview with the Vampire.
Right. And the 1994 Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actress, Kristen Dunst lost to Diane Weiss for Bullets Over Broadway. Also was nominated was Sophia Loren for P. La Poeta, Uma Thurman for Pulp Fiction, and Robin Wright for Forrest Gump.
Diane Weiss also won for Best Supporting Actress, the Oscar for Bullets Over Broadway,
Cool.
beating out Uma Thurman. Interesting. Jessica Lange won for Blue Sky. Huh.
I've never
Never
heard of
seen.
that movie.
No, me neither. 95 was an interesting year. And this is a great pick. I think this is on a lot of, I saw this on a lot of people's lists. I think this would be number 1 for a lot of people as well.
Yes.
7.5 on IMDb. Pretty high over there. Also did well in theaters, $60 million budget, worldwide gross 223.6. 63% on from Rotten Tomatoes. The audience gives it 86 in a horror drama.
Yes.
All right.
I'm guessing your third pick is Blade Trinity.
No. Good guess though. It's a lot worse. This movie, again, very, very campy, does take place in high school. It's a lot of fun, but for some reason, a flighty teenage girl, Buffy Summers, learns that she is her generation's destined battler of vampires in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Well, I'm going to be completely honest
When
here.
I was younger,
I love the TV show. The TV show is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I have
yeah.
never seen the movie.
Yeah, I actually was kind of like scared of this, of some parts in this movie. Paul Rubens in this, Donald Sutherland, Christy Swanson, who's plays the lead, Buffy,
I'm assuming she's
super
in
hot.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yes, that is Sarah Michelle Gellar. Hilary Swank, Luke Perry, R.I.P., David Arquette, Stephen Root, Thomas Jane, written by Joss Whedon. Yeah, so she's in high school. For some reason, she's the one who needs to kill the vampires that are taking over her town. And she learns everything from Donald Sutherland. But yeah, Paul Rubens is one of the vampires in this. Super, super fun. And Rutger Hauer plays the main villain. You know Rucker Hauer?
Yeah, the villain from Blade Runner.
Yeah. Paul Rubens, killing it as always. But it's just, just a fun little sweet love movie that also has a romance movie that also has to do with killing vampires. And
Have
you
you
have
ever
to drive it through the
have you
park.
seen the series before?
No, I haven't. But I know it was supremely popular.
Oh, of course it
Very,
was.
very popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there was one special move that she has to learn to make sure that the stake drives through the heart. And we would always practice it. Came out in 1992. 5.7 on IMDb. Budget of $7 million. Worldwide gross 16.6. 36% on Rotten Tomatoes with a 43% audience score.
I think I'll
It's a comedy.
stick with the series, no offense.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a comedy, only hour 26 minutes. It's pretty fun.
Sounds
I
like
think
it
if it
was.
was,
It sounds like
people.
it was a pitch for the series.
Hey, there would be no Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV show without the movie. First.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Poor directing and even poorer plotting. Though Christy Swanson and Paul Rubens' game performances still managed to slay. That's what one reviewer wrote about it.
Nice.
Okay. Then my next two movies are definitely better, are the best for sure. That's why they're at the top. But if any of these three movies were on, TV, I'd watch them.
Fair enough.
All right, number 2 for you.
Right. I bet you have seen the American version of this film. This movie is a movie from Sweden, and but this has a different twist on it. Focuses on the love story between a bullied 12-year-old boy and his new developed friend with a strange girl. Set in the 1980s, this is Let the Right One In. This was a movie I was meant to talk with Lisa about, and I'm hoping to get to talk to her about this film in detail because this is out of all the lists, I think this is the best made one on the list. But I had to put a number 2 because my number 1 is just such a legendary choice. But yes, it's a beautiful, well acted, and well shot movie. Hoyt van Hoytema, he did Tenet and Oppenheimer. He does cinematography, and you can tell because each scene just feels like a work of art.
And I hear it's scary.
Oh, it is.
Is it? Yeah.
Well, that's more hauntingly scary.
An overlooked bullied boy finds love and revenge.
Yes. Have you seen
But
the American?
It's vampires, huh?
Yes. Have you seen the American version? Let Me In.
Mm-mm. Oh, with
Chloe Grace Moretz.
yeah, yeah, I think so. But there was also a movie that came out last year called Let the Right One In. It came out on Showtime. Yeah, Let Me In. I think so. Matt Reeves movie.
Yeah, the Matt Reeves.
I don't think I've seen
with the
that.
series.
Hmm?
Yeah, it was a series called Let the Right One In.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Oh, it was a TV series. Gotcha.
Yeah.
This is on a lot of people's list here. It gets talked about a lot in the movie culture. But yeah, I haven't seen it. And is it in Swedish?
Yes, it's in Swedish.
Swede. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Very cool. Well, I'm interested in that, and if it isn't streaming anywhere, let's see. Crackle. It's on Crackle.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, Interesting that you said it was Deakins who did the movie.
Hoyt van Hoytema.
Hoyt van Hoytema, yes.
Yeah, the one that
And
does
then he did Nope.
Oppenheimer.
He likes doing horror.
Yeah.
7.8 on IMDb, the biggest so far. Budget of $4 million, worldwide gross 11.2. That's pretty good for an international film. 98% on Rotten Tomatoes with a 90% audience score. Reinvigorates the seemingly tired vampire genre by effectively mixing scares with intelligent storytelling. There you go. Let the right one in. That was your number 2?
Yeah, that was my number 2.
Well, that's interesting. I thought you would at least have my number 1 on there, but I think I know what your number 1 is.
All right.
Oh, okay. My number 2. This movie is a lot of fun. And usually when you are watching, vampire movie, you don't get badass. You don't get people who are badass to take them on. But you did in 1998 because Wesley Snipes is Blade.
I prefer
And I love
Blade 2.
this movie. A lot of people do. That came up on a lot of lists. But I like this not only for Wesley Snipes, but also Stephen Dorff. And you can't have 2 without 1. And 1 was a great way to set up his sort of backstory and why he is so
So you
badass.
understand why I like 2 for all the choices Del Toro made and the cast and stuff.
Yeah, the direction obviously was better. But yeah, Stephen Dorff was a great villain.
He was.
I think he's a great actor as well. But Blade himself is such a badass character, and we like seeing him use his blades. And this kind of sent Wesley Snipes into a different sort of popularity than what we were known. He already was the popular actor, but now he was sort of like a mainstream badass superhero. This is like before Marvel came out. All the Marvel movies. Also starring Chris Christopherson, Udo Kier, and then eventually in number 3 stars Triple H and Ryan Reynolds. But this is a half vampire, half mortal man becomes a protector of the mortal race while slaying evil vampires. I mean, how could you decide between your one side of your life or the other? If you're half vampire, you're killing your race. That's tough to do. But we all know this movie. It also has a sequel and then a third one, and then spawned a TV series that has Mahershala Ali as the titular character, Blade. Director is Stephen Norrington.
Who?
Yeah. He has only directed 4 movies: Death Machine, The Last Minute, Blade, and The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I never got round to watching that.
It's pretty boring.
I can imagine.
But the writer also wrote the Dark Knight series trilogy. David Goyer.
He's a great writer.
Mm-hmm. Blade sits at 7.1. Budget of $45 million. Worldwide gross is $131.2 million. Rotten Tomatoes gives it 58%. 78% audience score. But it's fierce, plentiful, and stylish for a comic book adaptation. My number 2 is Blade.
Good choice.
That leaves you with your number 1.
My number 1 is, in my personal opinion, the ultimate vampire movie. A movie you cannot get better than any other movie. This is from the
Twilight.
You ruined the grand introduction. You just had to ruin it, didn't you, Justin?
I sure did.
My number 1's The Lost Boys.
Nice. From 1987.
Yes, the best thing about this movie is Kiefer Sutherland.
I haven't seen it as an adult.
Oh, it's made by a really good director, Mr. Joel Schumacher.
Yes. After moving to a new town, 2 brothers discover that the area is a haven for vampires. Comedy horror by Joel Schumacher.
Yes.
Starring Jason Patric, Corey Haim, Diane Weiss, we just talked about her. Edward Herrmann, who was the dad on Richie Rich. Kiefer Sutherland, Corey Feldman, 2 Coreys.
Yep.
Jamie Getz. Alex Winter.
Yep.
Who's Bill from Bill and Ted.
Yep.
Or could be Ted. Yeah. Well, we know Joel Schumacher's a great director.
We do.
This is a classic, not only vampire movie, but 80s movie. Horror film. Yeah. And
Yes.
Kiefer Sutherland is the superstar, huh?
He sure is. He just has that appearance that you'll never forget.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how it ends on a joke.
It's fun to be a vampire.
Yes, it is. And
That's
Kiefer
its
Sutherland makes it cool.
He looks cool. He's got earring, spiky blonde hair.
Well, Kiefer Sutherland's
yeah,
always
I
seemed
think-
like a cool guy in anything he does.
Yeah, he is. I mean, 24 could not be cooler. Yeah, this was on a lot of people's list as well. I think your top 5 is definitely one that would be a lot of people's top 5.
Yeah. I know I could see Blade 1 or 2 being in a top 5 list as well. That was an honourable mention, Blade and Blade 2.
Yeah. Not 3, though.
No, I find 3 boring. No disrespect to Triple H. He's just a better wrestler than actor.
That is true.
I've been playing a lot of wrestling on my Xbox recently.
What game?
WWE 16. I've got an old Xbox, an old 360.
So it's the 2K16 or whatever?
Yeah, 2K16.
Who's on the cover?
Steve Austin.
Wow. Okay, nice. He wasn't even in big wrestling then. He's, kind of retired, semi-retired.
Yeah.
They came out with a sequel to The Lost Boys called The Lost Boys: The Thirst.
Yep.
In 2010. But 77% of Rotten Tomatoes, 85% audience score. It says flawed but very watchable. His teen vampire thriller blends horror, humor, and plenty of visual style. Standout performances from a cast full of young 1980 stars.
Yeah,
sitting at
this is one of the most 80s movies ever.
7.2 on IMDb. All of your movies were in the sevens. $8.5 million budget, worldwide gross 32.5.
You know what that means? I have good taste.
Yes. All right. My number one. I'm surprised this wasn't on your list somewhere. Very surprising. This movie seemingly is co-written, but also could be co-directed, but does star one of the writers. Also stars George Clooney, Harvey Keitel, Juliette Lewis, Selma Hayek, Cheech Marin, Danny Trejo, Fred Williamson, and Quentin Tarantino. This movie is From Dusk Till Dawn.
Great pick.
It's action, it's horror, it's comedy. It is awesome. Cheech Marin is so freaking funny, and I don't think you can find a sexier performance than Selma Hayek. This is about two criminals. They take their hostages, unknowingly seek refuge in a truck stop populated by vampires. And so they have to survive the night because, vampires can't come out during the day. Directed by Robert Rodriguez and maybe also Quentin Tarantino.
Their best friend.
It is, yeah. And they make great movies, both of them. But this is just so much fun. Again, Cheech Marin has a great long line about what kind of females they have inside. But yeah, Quentin Tarantino seems to be having a good time, and George Clooney, I mean, top of his game.
I think looking at Robert Rodriguez's filmography, I'd say my favorite film of his is Alita Battle Angel.
Of who?
Of Robert Rodriguez.
Of his movies that he's directed?
Yeah, the ones I've seen, I think I'd go with Alita Battle Angel as my favorite.
Interesting. Let me give a little look-see here.
I do like Machete, and I love the Spy Kids films.
Jeez, it's so crazy that he is the director for the Spy Kids movies.
He probably does one film for his kids and other films for his for adults.
I like the trilogy of El Mariachi, Desperado, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
I want to see them three.
Yeah. Definitely check it out.
We should do a top 5 Robert Rodriguez films one day.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't tell you my favorite.
Sweet.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like he's got some stuff coming out. From Dusk Till Dawn, the series. Spy Kids Armageddon came out this year.
I seen that. That was okay.
And Hypnotic.
Which I've heard isn't that great.
We're in pre-production for Machete Kills in Space. Oh my God. In development, untitled We Can Be Heroes sequel. Jesus Christ. He completed a short called 100 Years.
Yes, that's to come out in
and then
years' time.
Oh, the movie you'll never. Oh, I have FOMO. That stinks.
I know. We should write a movie about a gang who tries to break in and watch it.
Ooh, that's a good idea. But yeah. From Dusk Till Dawn is a great movie. It's not all vampires, so you do get some breathing from it because half of the movie is sort of these two thugs, these criminals, and then the other half is vampires. And it's one hell of a night.
And it's a good ending too.
Kelly Preston's also in it, John Hawkes. Yeah, it's a great ending. 7.2 on IMDb. Plus, you don't get to see Harvey Keitel in that light in a lot of movies. He's just a dad, a priest, and a dad.
Yeah.
Nothing, nothing like his crazy. He's
I
always
do
a bad
believe
guy.
that this is one of the movies that a Tarantino character would go to the cinema to see.
Hmm. All right. Over on IMDb, it's sitting at 7.2. Final. Jeez. $19 million budget, 25.8 million worldwide. 63% from the Rotten Tomatoes, 76% from the audience. A pulpy crime drama vampire film hybrid. It's uneven but often deliriously enjoyable B movie. There you have it.
Right. Good pick. Good pick.
Yes.
Do you want me to go over the lists one more time?
Yeah, let's hear your 5 to 1.
My number 5 was First. My number 4 was Bram Stoker's Dracula. My number 3 was Interview with the Vampire. My number 2 was Let the Right One In. And my favourite vampire movie ever is The Lost Boys.
My number 5 was Queen of the Damned. 4 was Once Bitten. 3 was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. 2 is Blade. And 1 is From Dusk Till Dawn.
Nice.
It's funny how we just, this is why talking movies is so great, because we're going to have different answers,
Yes,
There's
definitely.
like the 5 that you said are probably on a lot of people's, it is on a lot of people's list. And yeah, it's just fun. One that was, I don't know how it wasn't on your list. I for sure thought it was going to be number 1 was What We Do in the Shadows.
I'm not big on that movie.
Oh, okay. Dracula Dead and Loving It. Jennifer's Body.
I like Dracula Untold.
Underworld.
Never seen any of those.
Twilights, of course.
Twilights, yes. Van Helsing.
Van Helsing, yes. I haven't seen this one, but it's everywhere. A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
Never heard of it before.
Have you heard of that one? Okay.
No.
Salem's Lot, and then a couple versions of Fright Night.
Which I want to see both of. Yes. Right.
The costume designer was just at the Academy Museum.
Nice.
For A Girl Walks Home at Night.
Nice. So what's your movie
cool.
recommendation, Justin?
All right. Well, we lost somebody this weekend that is very sad to me, and it really hurts my heart.
Matthew Perry passed away, which is very sad. Because, like Justin, I'm also a fan of the show Friends.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it when it aired. Like I still am like a super fan. A lot of my stuff in the house is Friends. I have all the DVDs. I have all the books. I love that show, and I think it just is the best show out there. And on top of it all, Chandler was my favorite character, and Matthew Perry became somebody that I sort of obsessed over for a while. And so I'm a little bit broken this weekend, but he's a comedy legend in my mind, and he will be missed. So I would like to bring to the table here a movie that is one of my favorites that he is so good in, and it co-stars Neve Campbell, Dylan McDermott, and Oliver Platt, and it's Three to Tango.
Tell me all about it.
Well, it's a rich businessman's assumption that his new colleague is gay. So Dylan McDermott is a rich businessman. He thinks that Matthew Perry is gay. So he asks him to keep an eye on his mistress, because he's married and has a family, However, he's not gay and begins to fall in love with the woman. And there's, so it's this love story, but with a twist, he has to pretend that he's not interested, even though he clearly is. And, she's a 10 in his eyes. It's a sweet little film, and Matthew Perry is great. The movie's a lot of fun. Oliver Platt's hilarious. Also stars Bob Balaban and John C. McGinley. Yeah, it's a good little film. He had a run of sort of rom-coms that he did, and this one always never got talked about. So it's good that we can talk about it now. Director hasn't really done much except TV, but we know where Nev Campbell's career went, Dylan McDermott's career went, and of course Matthew Perry's. So there you have it, 3 to Tango. It's available to stream on some channels. Check it out. It's a great little watch.
Nice. I will check that one out.
And how about you?
So I'm going to recommend the last time I went to cinema because I just want to hear everybody's opinion on this movie because I thought it was a really well-made and well-directed movie and had some amazing performances in. However, it was just a runtime that was putting me off this film. The dragging bits, but when it happened, and it's Killers of the Flower Moon.
I've seen it. What do you think?
Yep. I give it a 5-star for obviously effort and because of how well it was made.
Uh-huh.
But
nothing really happens.
But when stuff happens, it happens.
Yeah, but I mean, nothing really happens in the movie.
Her family get wiped out.
No, I'm saying there's not. The story itself is interesting enough, but I don't think the movie really lended it any sort of help, except to put the message out there. But it's
I can see it being one of those movies that's nominated for loads of Oscars and doesn't win one.
yeah, I can see that as well. It's your production design's amazing, maybe for adapted screenplay, but it's a mobster western, and
that's a good way to describe it.
But I wasn't, didn't keep me wanting to stay engaged the entire time.
No, I get you. I felt like that. And with that said, I think next time we should talk our top 5 favorite Martin Scorsese movies.
Okay, nice. That sounds good to me. I was just about to talk about something.
Yours is going to be quite modern.
What do you mean?
Like, so I know you like The Departed and Gangs of New York a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a feeling they'll be in your list.
I don't know if I would put The Departed in the top 5, though.
More the top 10.
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah. Okay, I'm looking over his filmography here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting. Good. Yeah, there's still a lot that I haven't seen.
That's fine. There's still a lot I need to check out. We should both find one we both haven't seen of his and do a video for your channel for it.
Okay. Have you seen The King of Comedy?
Yes, I have.
Have you seen The Last Temptation of Christ?
No, I haven't, but that'll probably be a little bit too controversial to talk about.
Oh, well, I don't care. Controversy is good.
Yeah.
New York, New York, New York.
Oh, I've not seen New York, you know. Yeah, I've not seen New York, you know. I think that's the only De Niro one I've not seen.
Is it a musical?
I'm not sure.
Uh, okay, so either that one or Herbert. Um,
I've not seen Toon Jun. Is one about the Dalai Lama.
Kundin.
Yeah,
Kundin.
yeah.
I also have not seen that.
Let's do that one.
Okay, I haven't even freaking heard of it. I mean, and maybe I've heard of it in passing, but After Hours.
I
Have you
like
seen that
After
one?
Hours. You'd like After Hours if you like Cheech and Chong.
I haven't even really seen Cheech and Chong.
I know you like Cheech
Okay.
anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're both great. Uh, okay. So, do we decide Kundin?
Yeah, but we'll do Past Lives first.
Yeah, I need to see this.
Yes, you do. Just go DC that now.
hmm
Yeah.
There, there's a place playing Kundin here in Los
Oh, no
Angeles.
way.
1997 movie. Yeah. Oh, it's not playing until November 25th.
Fair enough.
Okay. Um, it's too bad New York, New York didn't work out. That one seems more my cup of tea. Both of them not available to stream anywhere. Okay.
Why?
Kundin's,
Sorry, just a bit weird how he doesn't want people to see his movies.
yeah, put it on the stream.
Yeah,
Past Lives available to stream.
it should be.
Still $5.
It'll be the best $5 you spend.
I did see an A24 movie last night.
Nice.
Priscilla,
Oh, Priscilla.
you know about that one?
Yes, Jacob Elordi's Elvis.
Yes. Directed by
Sophia Coppola.
Sofia Coppola.
Yes, once I see Priscilla, we'll rank her movies.
Okay. The the young lady who plays Priscilla is very, very good.
Good.
And Jacob Elordi looks more like Elvis than Austin
Does he
Butler.
talk more like Elvis than Austin Butler does?
I mean, he sounded like a young Elvis, yeah. But how are we supposed to know?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Next week, Martin Scorsese films.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We'll talk Kundin. Very cool. All right. This was a good episode.
It sure was.
Tell us your favorite vampire movies in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Give us other things that you like for us to talk about, other ideas.
Yes.
We are here for it.
Yes.
And we will do this then. And where can they find you What are you doing now with the Fleming Awards or the Horrorweens?
We're,
Horrorween
we're
pumpkins?
currently doing the animated film awards. I've been taking some time off it for a bit, but I'm in the process of. I'm going to start the process of the 2007 animated film awards soon.
Very nice. Check all that out and check us out again next time.
Yes.
Until then.
Until next time, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Justin, for coming back onto the show, and we'll see you all next time. I'm Robbie Fleming. Have a nice day. Bye, Justin.
Bye.
Bye.